Or to me, these are going to be the best crochet braids I've made in my life. I'm putting out there in the universe that happens. Anywho, so this is a close-up of how to braid your hair, how to sew down your hair using a bobby pin and a piece of whatever kind of extension hair that you have. I'm using this Kanekalon silky dread hair piece. It's already been threaded out. That's why it looks like that. So I'm going to pull it apart into like a narrow, it's around that thick of a section. Pull it out. And then here's where the fun part starts. Well, number one, you want to pin up the back of your hair, obviously. Find the two pieces that you want to connect, which will be this one and this one for me. Alright? Take your bobby pin, hold up, sorry, and go beneath the hair. Right around the edge. I like to keep my ends up so that I can moisturize them. So that's why they're not all the way tucked. You can keep pulling that back together. It's not a huge deal. So right now, just pull that through. Take your hair, make a small, bend it at the side, or at the front rather, like this. Bend just so. Just like in my other video on how to crochet with a bobby pin. This is sewing with a bobby pin, using the same method. So we're going to push it through. Oops. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, just so that you know. I don't look like this on purpose. Alright, we're going to push that through. It's in the bobby pin. And we're going to pull it out. So now we have one side on each part of the braid. Then we're going to kind of hold this hair down and tie a knot. Okay, there's number 1 and number 2 for safety. Alright, now that that's all locked off tight, we're going to cut off this excess piece. Snip. And then we will proceed with the rest of the sewing. So, dip this down here on the other side. Once again, bend it. You don't have to bend it at the end. This time, bend it at the closest part to the bobby pin. Just slip that right through. Where are you? Slipping right through. There we go. Pull the bobby pin and the hair through, like that. And you can either just keep looping it like this, looping it straight across, or you can tie it on each loop. So you just pick up the loop that it already made here. You can just search for it, pull it right here, go in and pull it through to give it that security, and then that's set. Once again, we're going to push the bobby pin through, bend the piece of hair, push this through, and pull out the bobby pin. And right here is where the hair is, so you just keep going. I think I'm just going to keep going. I'm not going to knot it anymore because I want to go to sleep eventually, so I want to get the show on the road. And yeah. Notice that as I'm pulling them across, well, you can't tell right now, but the parts that are in the, wait, that was a bad one. The parts that are in the middle of my head, they don't fall in the middle of my head, rather. They are staggered. So one braid comes on this side, the other braid comes on this side. They're not perfectly in the middle because I didn't want to have one big loose piece in the middle of my head, so that's why they're staggered. Also, there are no extra pieces added to my hair. This is just my natural hair braided down into a pattern. I didn't add any braided pieces for stability. I just figured, you know, it may be a lot easier ow, a lot less bulky to just use my own hair for this time. Alright, this piece didn't go over so well, but that's what happens when you're not patient and you want to go to sleep. Alright, so we're still moving. Now here's where the second braid comes in, but you just keep going as usual. You can hold it down if you'd like. I'm going to bend properly this time, we're not rushing. Push this through once we feel it. Where are you? Let me bend it again. Whew. Now this is only if you don't have a sewing needle and you don't have thread, because let me tell you, this stuff is not really fun to have to go through. As you can tell, it's a little bit of a tedious process. Takes a little longer than it would if you just had a regular old traditional needle, but it's getting the job done, so I can't be too mad. Alright. Bend again. Like I said, if you don't have a needle, this is what you do when it's 9 o'clock at night and you're like, oh crap, I thought I had a needle and thread, but I guess I don't. This is the method that you use. Alright, and that pulls it through. Now on this side I'm going to use the knot just because it's another braid, so I can lay that down flat. Oh, flatter, I'll pull on this side. And there we go. Hopefully you're still seeing this. Okay. Once again, you're always gonna push the bobby pin down. You don't really need to push it up. It's not necessary because the hair is gonna go through regardless. So you don't have to do up down up down. It does it on its own, luckily. Now, there may be times where you miss the loop for the braid. Just find it and tuck it in like that, and everything is well with the world. This will be my last one. Whew, that itches a little bit. Push that through. Once again, I hope you guys can see that, because I know you can see everything else. I didn't bargain for the end part, but we're gonna bend this to the side. Bend. Come on, push through. There we go. Push through. Be sure not to get the prong stuck in your actual braid, because then it'll be a lot harder for you to pull it out. Ah, fly, come on. I just killed your mom. I just killed her. Anyway, so I want to end it here. I'm going to take this loop, do a knot. Make sure my ends are okay. Then do another knot. Just like we ended off the first one. Make sure my real hair is out of that knot and away. Like I said, I like to get my ends out. And then that's it, nice and tucked and secure. So now I'm gonna take it, cut it at the end of that knot, right there. And that is how it looks when it's sewed down with the hair. You can go in and you can feel it with a nail to see where to cut, and you should be all set. So I'm going to continue doing that with the rest of my head up here, and I'll come back. I'm not going to come back with the finished product, because you know what it's going to look like. It's going to look like everything laid down. Maybe I will, I haven't decided yet, but I'll see you soon.